everyone, welcome back. I am Fifi McLeod and I'm Fifi the Paper Crafter across social media. For everyone who's new, welcome to our group. And again, my Facebook group is Fifi the Paper Crafter's Creative Community. I upload all of my videos that are tutorials to YouTube. So I just wanted to share that. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm Fifi the Paper Crafter on YouTube as well. I do a lot of Facebook Lives in several groups, including this one. So my lives are all from my different groups are all uploaded to YouTube. So if you don't want to miss anything, I would suggest subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hi Pat, thanks for joining. If you're here, leave me a comment so I know that you're here. I hope that that's going to work for me tonight. Sometimes I get my comments and sometimes I don't. I think a lot of it too just depends on my network. Hi Lori, thanks for joining. So tonight we're going to do a continuation of last week, and I have them right here so I can quickly show you. And they are so amazing. So I just wanted to share that. Now I am having a hard time pulling these up off of my deli papers. So tonight I'm going to use wax paper instead. And I just picked up this one here. This is Betty Crocker wax paper from my dollar store. So again, I think it's $2, $1.25 maybe. Yeah, there's no thing. So it's probably $1.75. There we go, from Dollarama. It's non-stick, protects surfaces, and microwave safe. So that's not going to matter. It's just wax paper. So nothing fancy. The deli sheets, I'm going to show you guys real quick. Some of them come up really easily. So some of them like this come up super easy, and some don't. The ones that have gone right to the edge, I'm having a really hard time getting them off, because I do have like a perforated edge from where the deli sheets are pre-cut into the box. So I'm having a hard time, and then some of them want to come up and do one of these, where they're actually tearing, if you can see that, a little bit of the paper. It's no big deal, and I'll show you that. So, I mean, it'll glue down the same way, just won't be as translucent. So, again, that's the difference between doing them on the deli paper or the wax paper. And I can already feel the difference. So the deli sheets kind of, it still has that, like, paper texture, whereas the wax paper has more of that protective, like it's waxed. So it's not going to stick. So I'm not going to have a problem later. See if you guys can see this. I'm not going to have a problem going back in and peeling up my tape. I'm not going to be pulling up any surface. So I just wanted to share that. So I would recommend using the wax paper opposed to the deli sheets. So that's the difference there. The other thing I wanted to mention too, so to tape this down, I'm just using whatever. I have one from Staples in my drawer, so I'm not using my good one that I'm using for that. And it's something special. I'm using the gift wrap satin finish Scotch tape. They come in like a 3 or 4 pack like this, and you're looking for that purple plaid sort of pattern. So that's the one that I'm using, guys. So just wanted to share. This is a Scotch tape that I use to put the alcohol inks on. And I do find that it works really well, and it sticks and dries, so there's no issues there. And it has like a little satin finish to it. If you guys can see, it's still completely translucent, just, yeah. So that's the tape that I use. So I just wanted to share that. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spritz my tape with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. And this is 99 proof, or 99%. And it doesn't have to be a lot, just a tiny little bit. So it treats my surface. So just wanted to share that. That's really strong. I find the actual rubbing alcohol to be stronger than the actual alcohol inks. So the 2 ink pads that I'm using tonight are my alcohol lift ink. So this is to be used with alcohol inks to lift the color from non-porous surfaces. That one here, Ranger Alcohol Lift Ink. And there is a reinker for that when you need it. And I'm using Ranger Archival ink. So this is the one I use to stamp with, and this is the one I use to lift. I'm using, I probably won't use these tonight because I want to show you this other tool. I find the alcohol applicators, they're good, but they blend out your alcohol ink, so it's not as vibrant. So I wanted to share that, where I'm going to want a method that's more like this. So I've picked up the alcohol ink air blower. So this is going to manipulate the ink and move it on the surface. So I don't have to go in with like a Q-tip or something like that. I am going to keep a Q-tip handy in case I do need it, but I don't think I will, because I'm going to use this to move the alcohol inks around, opposed to trying to shift my paper all over the place. So that's the other thing I wanted to give this a go tonight, because I have not used this yet. This is new to me. And I have some more colors. So I'm going to share that and what colors I'm going to be using. And I'll quickly go through the stamps. So the other thing I wanted to quickly show you. So again, like I mentioned, I am in other groups that I'm live in. And this one here is a project I'm doing in Louise Withers' group in Junk Journals and Mindful Mixed Media Art. And we've done this so far in her group once a week for the last probably the last 2 months that I've done. So I just wanted to share this. So this process is on my YouTube channel, and we're on 10 videos right now, and I probably need another 2 or 3 videos to finish it up. So I wanted to quickly show you guys, because I've used the new Tim Holtz specimen slide, some of my grungy background mixed media papers. And the other thing I wanted to quickly show you is where I have used some of my washi tape. So there's a piece of it here. So this one came up really well. And then this one over here didn't. If you guys can see that. So I put this one here. So it looks absolutely gorgeous on your projects, regardless of whether or not you can get it off your deli sheet or you're cutting the whole deli sheet with it. No, it's this one here, guys. Sorry, that's got pieces of the deli sheet stuck to it. And this one here doesn't. This one's translucent. So I just wanted to show you guys all the detail of that. And it's just amazing. And where I've lifted the ink, see, and it's on there, it's not coming off my archival ink or the actual alcohol ink. They do not come off your surface, so I wanted to share that. They don't scratch off or anything either. So you're going to see everything kind of underneath here. So I love that effect. So I just wanted to show you an example of what it actually looks like when you put it on a project. So even with the little bit of deli paper that's stuck, I still love that result. And I use a combination of Seth Apter and of Tim Holtz stamps. So I wanted to share what I'm using there. So first, I have 2 of his minis. These are Seth Apter's Eclectica, EM55 and EM69. So these are just amazing. He has the most amazing background stamps. So these are 2 that we're going to use with the lift technique. And then I have his newest sets, and this is 2 of them. So this is his Eclectica ESA 35, and this one is ESA 36. So these are the ones that I've pulled from his sets, that we're going to be using tonight. Lost and Found, and I absolutely love these grungy background stamps, and that one says Imagine. So I just love these. And the other ones from Tim Holtz that I like for this are his smaller ones that give you lots of detail. So I have Field Notes, CMS 396, and Moss Study CMS 436. So these are great for this project. So I just wanted to share. That's what I'm going to be using for stamps. And then the other thing is our alcohol inks. And I'll be using rubbing alcohol, and I'll be using blending solution. So I just wanted to share too a little tip with this. There we go. Just going to move my phone to a more secure position where I can still see my comments, but it's going to sit in my little holder here. Hopefully that works. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, the lift ink, I want to talk about that first. So after experimenting, I just wanted to share that when you're lifting your ink, you're going to be able to lift the regular alcohol inks. You're not going to be able to lift any of the mixatives or any of the pearls. So I just wanted to share that. You're only going to be able to lift the regular alcohol inks. So then I have some new colors here. So as you guys can see, I've picked up a tin so I can keep them secure in my tin. And you don't have to shake any of them except your mixatives. And the mixative that I'm going to be using is copper. So I'm going to want to make sure that I do shake this so that I have all like, treat it kind of like a mica spray, right? So we have to make sure that all of our mixative or our mica is all shaken around into our mixture. Hi Lori, thanks for joining. Hi Judy, thanks for joining. And I want to make sure that we have a really good mix on that. And I'm just going to lay this on the side. So I'm not too worried about that right now. We'll lay that on the side so it's ready to go. And I have a patina, alcohol ink patina. And I have this new one to me, Aquamarine. I want to give that one a go. And then I loved how the turquoise looked, so we'll give turquoise a go. And I also have Moss. This is a nice kind of vintage looking light green, so we'll use that one. And I want to use my Latte. That is literally one of my favorite colors, guys. And I have some new ones too. I think we'll use some Butterscotch tonight. I have that one. And we're going to use some Rust. That one's new to me. And we're going to use the Sienna, which I really loved. And we're going to use, Rosewood was a little dark, but I do like how the mushroom looked. And I want to try Sepia. And I have Teakwood. And I have Ginger. And I have Caramel. So if you guys can see the palette that I've kind of stuck to, so don't feel like you have to go out and buy every single one of the alcohol inks, because that's not what I'm doing either. I've just literally picked up my vintage palette. So like the browns, the things to create your patina effect with the blues. This moss is really nice. This is like a vintage sort of green, if you guys can see that. So I'm excited to see how a lot of these play. So I just wanted to share that these are the colors, whoops, that I'm going to be using tonight. I'm going to put my inks aside so you guys can see what I'm doing as we go. So maybe if I move this over this way just a little bit, I want to make sure I have the whole thing in frame so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. There, that's going to be perfect. So I have my mixative here. It's laying on its side for later. And then I'm going to put the greens and the blues like this. And I'm going to put my browns over here like that. And then the lighter ones here like this, with Latte being the lightest, like that. And my blending solution can go right here in the corner. Okay, there we go. So I'm really happy with that. And then I can take my caps off. And as Tim mentioned, so I don't mix up or mess up where my caps are, I can just do one of these. So this is just a little bit of prep. So I made sure that I had all my tape ready and my surface, so you guys could see that, because I had showed exactly how to do this in the last video. This is more of a part 2, opposed to another, like a tutorial of exactly how to do this. So I just wanted to share that. And I think using this blending tool is going to be way better. And I'm going to get those little window pockets that I didn't really get last time. And I wanted to share, the first time I actually did this and did the first set of tape, I let everything dry. So I went in and did one color and I let it dry, and came back like half an hour later and I did the next color and I let it dry. So that's how I did that, all in like little time segments. So I couldn't do that for the live video. I was only able to do like to demo like start to finish. I didn't take any time in between. So I just wanted to share that. That's the other thing. So I think it's going to be better in terms of the drying time to let these play out as I'm using this this blending tool here. Okay, so we're going to start, And I think I'm going to start, like I did last time, at the bottom here. And we're going to work our way all the way back. And then by the time we get to the back, the front ones should be done. So let's start with some latte, because that's, again, one of my favorite colors. And I'm going to use, there we go, see? I'm going to use this to push it all around. And I'm going to get like more like spills and splatters. So I can do this in a very controlled sort of way and then move it around. So I'm already really liking that. If you guys can see how I'm making it bleed out. Okay. And then we can kind of push it until it's dry. And then we can add the other colors so we're not going to create mud. So this is the other way, which would be perfect to prevent the creating of mud. So once we have that pretty much on there, we can blend it out like that. And then I can go back in, and I'd like to try the aquamarine. Okay, I'm not really in focus here, guys. Sorry. Let's come down a little bit, maybe. See if that makes a difference. I just have to wait for my camera to catch up. There we go. Okay. And I can just adjust this as we go. Just want to make sure before I continue, I want you guys to see what I'm doing. There we go. So I've just used my tool and I'm just blending it out. You guys still can't see what I'm doing. Let's tilt it. There we go. Okay. That should be good now. Yep, perfect. Okay, so I've just used my little tool and I'm just pushing it around. So now I want to come in and I want to add, yeah, like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing and I'm going to push that around like this. And I can choose what angle I want to move it at. So if I want to go this way or if I want to push it that way, I'm thinking more this way would probably be better. There we go. And then I can come in, let's try some butterscotch here. A little drop here. We can blend that out. And I can do this slowly, or I can do it like with a little bit more gusto. There we go. And I've already got the alcohol down, so I'm still going to get that really good blend. And I want to do this in sections. So then I can... So I'm really loving this. I'm thinking even that like this is better than trying to move things back and forth and to the side. And then you just kind of push them in the direction that you want them to go. So if I want it to go more like this and then up, and even like if you guys can see I'm like spreading it to the next one, that's okay too. Like that's, so I'm able to do this without creating so much mud. So I'm really loving that effect. Really happy with that. And the more that you're able to move it around and have a smaller layer, the more translucent it's going to be. And also you're going to have more of a blend. And then I'm going to go in with this next one. This is ginger. That last one was caramel. And more this way. There we go. You guys can see what I'm doing a little better. And then I'm going to come in with more aquamarine right along the bottom of the tape here. So that's right along here. And then we can get that nice blend. So because I treated the tape already with alcohol, it's already having that nice blend. And then if I don't like something, I can always, again, like as Tim mentioned, it's very forgiving. If I don't like something, I can come in with a little bit of blending solution, which is a resin. And I can just come in with a little bit of that and then really blend it out. There we go. To make something lighter or darker. And then I want to make like little pockets like I mentioned. So we can go in now with, yeah, just like that, with patina. It's time consuming, but I find if you have a little bit of patience for it, you can get all kinds of really neat results. And the great thing too is that no two look the same. So that's the other fun thing. So you can create really neat backgrounds. And no two will ever be the same. Okay. And then I'm going to come back in with more of the patina. I really like this one. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to slide this. Let's keep it there. We're just going to slide it down so you guys can see exactly. It's like watching the magic happen. There we go. See, and I'm just using this little tool here, and I'm just pushing it different ways. And it's also like kind of, well, maybe not completely drying it. It's still wet, but it's going to be easier for it to dry because it's not so so thick on there. So the chances of creating mud like what I did the last time on the one sheet by having light and dark colors together, you're not going to find that so much with this. So this is a much better method. Now I'm going to add some sienna right here in the corner. I love that. It's a beautiful rusty red. And it doesn't matter if I get this on my glass media mat, because all I have to do is use some rubbing alcohol when we're all done, and it'll clean it right up. And I can add some right along here. There we go. I want to push it that way. Up here. And this way. So we're right across the tape. And then just maybe some more green right in here. There we go. So I'm just looking to fill in blanks. And we can do that too. We can go back and fill in blanks. So there's the first sheet. And then we're going to go right ahead and go into the second one. So I've already got some splatters in here. So a good spot to start would be maybe even right in here. So I've got butterscotch. And we're going to add some all here. Just like that. And I'm going to splatter that both ways to kind of fill in that blank and push it around. There we go. So you just have to be mindful of what direction you're coming at it from in terms of what way you want to push it and have it bleed and blend. There we go. And we can wick it out. So I'm loving that effect. And then anywhere where it's kind of pooling, that's okay too. It will still dry. And then we can go in with, let's try the mushroom. I want to see, that's one of my favorite colors. I want to see how well that's gonna play right here. And we can kind of wick it in like that. So we'll push it this way first. And then we can push it this way. So I'm really loving these effects. I think this is a by far better method than trying to just move it around. I find that this is more controlled. So I just wanted to share with you guys like my thoughts on the different methods. I just feel like this is way more controlled. There we go. And I still have that dark there, but I want to push up blue. I can go right up into the next sheet. And it makes it go a longer way too. So that's really good. I find I'm using less ink opposed to using more. The other method that I did, I was definitely using more ink. I used actually quite a bit of my latte, if you guys can see that. Yeah, my latte is way down here now. And that's okay. I'm going to be ordering another bottle of that because that's definitely a favorite. So that's how I'm going to do it, guys. We're just going to keep playing and adding as we go in different sections. And then I'll move my camera too, guys, as we move up. Because this is, the sheet's quite big. It's almost the size of my glass media mat. So that's how big I did it this time. I'm loving that. It's like a green color happening there now too. So they do blend. Let's try some of the moss. Let's see how far my tape goes here. Well, my tape stopped here. Okay, our tape is here now. Okay, let's try some of the moss. Oh, I love that. If you guys can see that, that's beautiful. It's nice and kind of like a vintage color. That's going to blend well with the others. More in this corner here. Just like that. And again, if we feel like we want to move something around, I can use a blending tool, or we can use a Q-tip. And I think I dropped my Q-tip, so I'll just use a blending tool. So this is another little hack. You don't have to put it on the actual applicator itself, like the tool. I can come in and just use it kind of like this, guys. So if I feel like I just wanted to, there we go. So I can dab. Just if you want to, there we go. If you guys see that, if you want to just to fill in a blank or push something around a little bit, we can do that. And then we can always add more alcohol ink so it looks more organic. See, I love that. It looks kind of pooled there. Same with here, and we can just dab it in. There we go. And that's how I created that window effect. Because someone had asked me how I was creating the window effect in that first set of tape that I did. Let me see here. Right here. This set here. That's how I did that with the blending tool. So I know that's really close, guys. There we go. That's how I created that window effect. So I just wanted to share that. So you just take your little blending tool like this and just, yeah, start dabbing. So I have that effect here, and I'm going to let's add some caramel right in here. Here we go. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I can go back and forth between using a little blending tool like this and using my that little air tool. There. And again, we'll add some more blue. Just like that. And I'm using aquamarine. This is beautiful. Love this color. This one's new. There we go. And then we'll go in with latte again. Nope, that's butterscotch. That's okay, we'll go in with butterscotch over here. That's beautiful too with the blue. Here we go. I'm getting like a nice green. And we'll just keep going. There. And we'll go back in with that blue. Maybe turquoise this time. We'll go in with turquoise over here, just to change it up a little bit. There we go. But I want to push it more that way. See, I'm loving the control. That I have more control over that. And then I have a little bit of tape here that has nothing. So I'll add some here. And push it both ways. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm going to move you up just a little bit. There we go. I'm trying to find a happy medium of where we're completely in focus here. That's probably better for now. There we go. Okay. Hi Sherry, hi Marjorie, thanks for joining. There. So we have our first 3 sets of tape done. This one here is a smaller piece, and these are full length. So I just wanted to share that. So we'll go into number 4 now. And again, we'll start with our butterscotch over here. Yeah, we'll start in this corner, and this piece of tape starts right here. So we'll come in here, right like that. There we go. I'll share with you guys, I'm left-hand orientated. It was funny, actually I found out the full story from my mom, because I know that I had a break in my arm when I was in junior kindergarten, and so I had mentioned it before, but I didn't mention the full story. So the first time that I broke my arm, I had tripped over a Fisher-Price piano, like one of those little kids ones. And it was my brother's, I would have been 5. It was my brother's first birthday party, and I had a spiral fracture in my right arm. So as I was learning to write and to, you know, develop my motor skills, I had to become left-hand orientated. So I was in a cast for maybe 4 months. 3 or 4 months anyways, and then I didn't have my cast off a week, and I went on the monkey bars at school, and I refractured my arm. So I ended up spending almost 8 months in a cast. So that whole time when I'm learning how to write and color and cut things with scissors, I had to do everything with my left hand. So by the time I actually healed, I was both right-handed and left-handed. So I prefer my right hand, but I'm able to do a lot of things as an adult with my left hand because of that. I can even paint with my left hand, so I just wanted to share. So that's why you'll see me switch between my right hand and my left hand. And that's why, guys. There we go. I'm loving this. And then I can wait for it to dry just a little bit, and then I can add some more of the butterscotch in there. Actually, I could do that. We'll take some caramel, and we'll just, yeah, we'll add a nice blob. There we go. And that's the other way of creating those little windows. So I just wanted to share that, like I had done on the original washi tape. And this goes right to here. So let's add some rust right on the end here, just to give it that little something. There we go. See, and it's great because with this tool here, I'm not going to have to do too much touch-up. So I've noticed that immediately from going right in with this. So that's awesome. I'm using less ink because it's just moving and doing exactly what I want it to. I'm going to use less ink. So I wanted to share. Somebody mentioned too that I could use like a spritzer bottle with nothing in it, and you could do that too, where you're just spraying air. You could probably use some compressed air. So if you my husband buys them, the compressed air containers from the dollar store, and he uses them to clean out his electronics, like his computer and his PlayStation and his Xbox. So I just wanted to share that. So that's absolutely something that you could do too, just using like a little bit of air. But I absolutely love this. This is definitely a must-have for me, and I'm really happy I made that investment because I'm using less alcohol inks. So I just wanted to share that. So I can't recommend this tool enough. This is great. And it's one of those things you buy it once and you have it forever. There we go, and I'm loving that color that we just kind of made there. And then I can push that out. Let me see here with the blue. Okay, let's go right in with patina. Maybe some green right in with that. There we go. I can just push that this way. And I'm getting that more controlled here. There we go. And some more moss. Really like this color too. There, that's better. You guys can see what I'm doing a little better. Sorry guys, it's hard sometimes to get the right camera angles. And then I have a delay on my phone too. So I have to wait for it to catch up. And I'll move it up again once we get towards the top. So I'm really excited, guys. I have all kinds of new products that I've picked up. And we're going to demo them one at a time until we get through it all. So I'm really excited. And I want to do this alcohol ink series because there's some other things I want to try too. I've picked up some of the Duralar. So that'll be what we do next week. I'm going to show you guys how to use Tim Holtz Duralar. It's basically a transparency that we can heat up. And that's going to be so much fun. And we're going to do the lifting technique on it and all kinds of stuff. Here we go. So maybe what I'll do, just to conserve time, maybe I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got 5. And I'll check my time because we're going to be here for an hour. I don't want to be here for like 3 hours. So I can always finish these up and then over the weekend and then show you guys pictures too. Where we're just, you know, making some together. So I just wanted to share that. That's definitely an option too. Just to save time. There we go. And then I want to use some more latte right here. So I kind of have like a mix of the colors. Now the fun thing too, you don't have to use the whole entire piece. You use this like in bits and pieces. So it's just so fun. And I'll show again at the end how I've used a couple pieces of the washi tape. But I definitely recommend using wax paper because these are going to come off the wax paper much easier than the deli sheets. It got stuck to the deli sheets. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. So let's go in with some sepia here. That's nice and dark. Oh, I'm loving that color. Yeah, we'll do this one more vintage. And I want to try a combination of using the sepia and the sepia and the copper mixative. So I think we have a really good mix with that, so I don't have to worry. So I'm loving that. And I'm just gonna push this around a little bit this way, and then I can push it that way. I just have to, here we go. That's the copper. I'm absolutely loving that. I don't know how metallic it looks on the camera end, but it's amazing in person. So I just wanted to share that. And then I can kind of come close here too, of where I want to push things. That's great. And then I'll go back in with the, was that teak wood? Yeah, teak wood. It's a little darker here. Yeah, I love that. That's teak wood. And then I want to come in with some rust right in this little spot right here. There we go. A little bit of rust. And then we'll put some rust in here too. That is such a yummy color. And then I can come in with some more of the mixative, the copper, right in here. So again, we're not going to be able to lift the copper, but we are going to be able to stamp over it. And I love that where it kind of looks like a vein. Yeah, like that. Awesome. Okay. Then I'm going to come back in with latte, because that's another lighter. No, let's do another darker one. Rust, teakwood, sienna, and sepia is hiding. Okay, I think I just used sepia and teakwood. Yeah, we'll come in with sienna right here. That's that nice red. There we go, right here. There we go. And I'm just going to keep pushing it, that's fine. There we go. Great effect, I love that. Getting it to push. Okay. And we could do some blue here. Let's do some more turquoise. And we don't want that to create mud, so we're going to go right ahead and push it out right away. Yeah, just like that. See, that's better. So we can actually mix our colors now, guys, without creating mud. So I just wanted to share that. That's one definite bonus of using this tool. Because last time I really created some mud without having the time to dry things in between. So this saves you having to stop. So that's another great thing about it too. I don't have to wait for things to dry. So I just wanted to share that. Okay. So there, we've got our bases done now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all of the caps back on. And I think I've lost most of them. That's okay, the blues were all up here. The blues. Yep. And the moss. And the patina. Here we go. And I use ginger, latte, mushroom, rust, teakwood, sepia, sienna, caramel, and butterscotch. And then this one here is our mixative. There we go. All right, those are all up there in front of me. And then we can go into our alcohol lifting. So as we can see, guys, this one here is perfect because this one's pretty much dry. Because you want them to be pretty well dry. And if I was in question too, I could always just come over this again just to make sure that we are completely dry and nothing's moving. No, and we seem to be good. So that's awesome. So by the time we got to here, everything over here is dry. So what I want to do now is take our alcohol lift ink. And I'm going to take one of my Seth After stamps. So I have this one here, the Eclectica EM55. This is one of my favorite ones. And that's how I get that beautiful pattern, guys, by using this. So I'm going to go right in like this with my alcohol ink. My lift ink. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to want to do is make sure that I have something, and I just have an envelope here, I'm not worried. I just need a surface to stamp off on. So when I pick up the ink, I have to put it somewhere. So I just wanted to share that. So here we go. I have my lift ink on my stamp. And I'm going to turn this again so you guys can see this first set here. Just make sure we can see that. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So I'm going to take my stamp, and you guys can see where I've inked that up. We're going to turn it like this, and we're going to blot that. So I'm going to start right in the corner here and go right like this, like that. And I'm going to pick up my ink, just like that. Now I want to take this and I want to stamp off over here, so I get all of that alcohol ink off of my stamp. So I just wanted to share that. So that's alcohol ink, and that's what I've lifted off of the tape. So in order for me to be able to see it now on the tape, I have to take a paper towel, and Tim recommends using, they're called Vivo, I believe. Viva, sorry. Yeah, they're Viva, and they're on Amazon, and they're like they're a really thick paper towel, and they're not quilted or patterned. So we're not going to use this side of them. We're going to use this side of them, like that. So I just wanted to share, and then we're going to dab. So anywhere where I've put that lift ink, I'm going to dab it, and it's going to lift it off. So as you can see, it is so beautiful, the result that we're going to get. Just like that. And we're going to lift that off. And we're going to lift that off. And then my pattern is all throughout my tape. So now, and as you guys can see, because just going to do that one more time just to make sure. Yeah, we're good. That's come right off my stamp. So I don't have to do anything, guys. As long as you're stamping it off. And then all I do is just clean them with a bit of either stamp cleaner or water. So stamp cleaner if I have actual lift ink stuck to it. But I find that once you stamp off your background, it comes right off. So it's not even on there. So here's the next one. And same thing, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to do a stamp just like that. And then we're going to come back in with our paper towel. And we're going to just like that. And we're going to lift it. And we're left with this beautiful pattern. You guys can see that. And it lifts it, so anywhere where that comes through the alcohol ink, it's translucent when you put it down onto your maker, your project. So I just wanted to share that. And it's absolutely beautiful, the effect that gives you. So this whole one we're going to do in this one. And then the next one we can change it up. Because again, this is one of my favorites to use. And this is a Seth Apter stamp. There we go. And I'm going to make sure that I put that down here. And I have some more in the corner. So again, we're just lifting off and putting it right onto here. And then I'm going to use another portion of my paper towel. And we're going to dab it. And it works really well to lift that off. So you don't see the effect until you start dabbing it. And that's the other reason why I taped this down, guys, so that I didn't have my tape moving while I'm trying to ink it or stamp it. So I just wanted to share that. So that's why I taped the whole sheet down. And I have some crinkles, and I'm not worried about it. And once I peel off the tape, you won't even notice them. So I wanted to share that too. So if your tape doesn't go down absolutely perfectly and you have some wrinkles, it's no big deal. And see, the more I lift, the better that effect is. I'm just loving that. And we just have another little section to do. So I'm just going to come into my little ink pad like this. And then I can just come in like this. Right here. And then right here on an angle. Okay. And just make sure that I'm good to go, and I've stamped off my stamp, so again it's perfectly clean and good to go. And then we're going to lift. There we go. Perfect. So that's our first one all lifted. And then we're going to come in with the next stamp. And this one here is Eclectica 69. And I love this one. This is like mixed media marks. If you guys can see that. It's just beautiful. And designed by Seth Apter. And we're going to go into the lifting. And then we're just going to start by going like this. And I think to save time too, we could probably go across the whole entire thing. And I'm just going to keep picking up and then blotting down like that. And I'm thinking too, so we've done some this way, then I'm going to go right here all the way across like this. And I want to come across this one. So I'm going to do 2 in this pattern. That. And right to here. And go down. Like that. Okay, and then right across here. Like that. There we go. And then we've gone to here. Right across here. Like that. And right across here, like that. Perfect. So let's do this one first. Okay. I'm going to have that whole pattern right across here. Okay, and then right across here. I think I might have missed some, but I'm loving that with the marks. Yeah, right here. Okay, and you don't have to do the whole thing, just do it here and there. Like I'm missing some spots, and that's okay. There we go, they're starting to shine through now. We just have to move, there we go. Have to move this around. And the more we pick it up, the more you're going to see it. There we go. And the only thing that's going to come off is where I've lifted that ink. So if you guys can see, it's all dry, it's not coming off. Only where I've lifted it. There we go. So I've got quite a few marks all across here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is this one. And this is another favorite. Looks like a glitch. And again, it's one of Seth Apter's from Eclectica ESA 36. Okay, we've done the first 3. Then we're going to do this one. like that. And then that's the first one, and the second one here, like that. Okay. And the third across here. And I have some up in that corner, so that'll be neat, a neat effect there too. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm just going to ink this side of it and come right into here like that. Perfect. Okay. And then we take our paper towel. And this is where the magic happens. This is another one of my favorites for doing the lift. If you guys can see that. Looks like a glitch. I love it. You guys can see all that little detail in there. That's one of my favorite stamps. And we'll do that again because I did things in kind of twos. And we'll do that again here. 1 and 2. Across there, 3 and 4 and 5. Okay. There we go. You can really see it on the reds. I hope the camera's picking this up. There we go. And the more that you pick it up, the more apparent the stamping is. There we go. You just do like a, you don't want to rub it, you just want to lift it. There we go. I'm really happy with that. And I'm not going to do it too much with the other one. I could just pick this up and go in over, say, this piece right here. So just right here. There we go. And then just right in here. There we go. There, and I'm really happy with that. Perfect. So I'm happy you guys can see a lot. I'm looking at my other phone. You guys can see a lot of the detail in what we've done here. And again, it's blended so much better with using with the handheld tool here. I absolutely love that. So I'm super happy with that. That was definitely worth picking up. So I'm just going to tidy up beside me just for a second. And then we're going to do some more stamping. So now we're done with our alcohol inks. And we're done with our blending solution and our alcohol and all that stuff. I'm just going to put these in the tin so I don't spill them or something. Here we go. I have to put these up really high because my kids are still young and I don't trust my girls. careful not to get into them. And they're toxic, so yeah, they go up very high. There. So I have this one back in the packaging, and then this one's going to go back. Perfect. Those are Seth's minis. He has 4 sets of 8 of these, and they're absolutely amazing. And I just love them. So now I want to come in with ESA 36. So this is another one of my favorites. He has 3 new sets, and this is one of them. And I'm going to use this glitchy sort of one. Just love them. So now I'm coming in with Ranger Archival ink. And then I can just stamp. Well, okay, that probably needs to be re-inked. So we're going to come in with black soot. Here we go. My other one. My new one. There we go. This one. Black soot. That's better. Alright, let's try that again. It's a juicier ink pad. Much better. Yeah, that other one, I've had it a long time and I have to re-ink it. So we're going to add these in here. Just like this. Little glitches. And I'm just loving this. Okay, this is like where the magic happens. Add some here. And I made sure that I left a little bit of a gap in between each of my washi tapes so that I can have enough room for my stamping. And then I don't have to have it like, that's the fun thing too, guys. You can kind of do it off-centered like this and bits and pieces. So that my little glitches look like that. And that's the one thing I love about Seth's stamps is that you can take his stamps, add them to your artwork, and make them your own. And then you're not going to look at them and say, oh, that's a Seth Apter stamp. So it's one thing I absolutely love about his stuff, is that he encourages that for you to make it your own and part of your own artwork. So that even though it's his product, by the time you've added your layers and your personal touch on your work, it doesn't look like it's his commercial product anymore. So that's one thing I do love about it. So I just wanted to share that. There, so we have that one. And I don't worry about the Ranger Archival ink. I just do one of these guys when I'm cleaning up my stamps. Just like that. And to me, that's good enough. Because Distress will not pull that off. The one thing that's going to pull that off is my alcohol ink, lift ink. So I just wanted to share that. So unless I'm going back in with the lift ink, then I would clean it. This one here is his Lost and Found. So I love this part here. We're going to go in with Found. Let's try that again. Okay. Yeah, Found. There we go. So we're going to go in right here. Found. Just like that. Oh, I did it upside down. That's okay. I can use that a different way. Found. Yep. Like this. Found. Okay. Maybe across here. Nope. Let's do over here. Found. There we go. Found. I know my lighting's not great, guys. Found. Hand stamp there. I don't want too many. Maybe right here. Found. Okay. Because then I want to add some different ones too. So now I'm going to use some Tim Holtz stamps. And I'm going to use Field Notes, CMS 396. And I want to come in and I want to use the bird. If you guys can see this one here. Tim's little bird stamp. And this one, to be precise, I want to come in like this on a stamping block. Okay. I'm going to ink this up and make sure I have a really good ink. There we go, just like that. And I want to add the bird like that. So I have him here. And it's almost going to create like a, and if you guys can see, you'll get one piece on one tape and one piece on another. Just like that. Okay, and we'll put him over here too. Right there. Really happy with that. Then I'm going to come in with some numbers. That's another favorite. This one here, 05713. Okay, right into our ink. Here we go. And we're going to add that across here. And the great thing is too, some things are going to fade in and fade out, and you can use bits and pieces of this however you like. And the effects are just fabulous. And just put pressure anywhere where you want your effect. And as you guys can see here too, I'll show you, the stamping across the mixatives is just amazing. I am going to get some more colors, but right now I just have the copper. And copper is one of my favorite things. It's super grungy, and it's just wonderful. The whole rusted patina sort of look. Just amazing. Alright, and then I'm just going to put 057 across here. Right like that. And you can go 713. Maybe here. 713. Just like that. That's a great thing too. You can use them in bits and pieces and however you like. So again, I'm going to do this here. 5. And 713 across here like that. And then we have this one here with the florals. Okay. And I'm going to add some right here. So that's the thing, guys, too. You can layer things. So I've got the lift ink there, plus I've got the stamping going there, too. And I want to put this here. So I really love how these look. And right there on the copper. And some here. Yep. And I can get right there. And right here. And right here. And we're just going to fill them all in. So I didn't actually end up doing the moths this time, so I can do those further up as we go. So I just have more of these sort of ones here. And then I'm going to go like that so I get the, there we go, I've got the flowers there now. So I'm really happy with that, guys. So I just wanted to share, and I wanted to give that a go, and I'm absolutely loving that. Using the blending tool, it's just so much better. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I will post pictures when I have it all done. So far we've got we've got 6 sheets of 6 rows of tape. And then I have another 5. So again, I can do different stamps to go with it as we go. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. It's already, 11:41. So I'm, again, over my hour. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. You guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will be back this week. We have a long weekend coming, so I will not be live on the May 24th weekend because we have plans that weekend. So I just wanted to share. But I will be live on the Friday nights. And then I wanted to let you guys know I'm going to be doing live videos up until the end of June. Or sorry, the end of June. And once my kids are done school, I'm going to be taking the summer off of doing videos. I might have a video here or there, but it won't be consistent because I will have them home on summer holidays. And we have 3, so it is quite busy. So I just wanted to share that. So, and then when I come back in September, I'm going to be changing my live day. And I'm going to be doing, instead of Friday nights, I'm going to be doing Thursdays during the day. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that'll be going forward in come September. And we are making a lot of changes to group. So just keep an eye on that. I'm going to be changing up the group rules and some different things that we have going on. I want to start a group challenge in the next week or so, and I'm just finishing up our next digital kit. It's a collaboration that I'm doing with Judy Wood, and it's just amazing so far. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I will have more on that soon. I'm hoping to have it done in the next couple weeks. So I just wanted to share. So you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you back this coming week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.